Hello and welcome to online classes of Unique Vidya Bhavan. The name of our chapter is Nutrition in Plant, and in our previous chapter we have learned that plants are autotrophs and they make their own food by the process of photosynthesis and in the presence of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green pigment that is present in the plant and it is responsible for green color of the plant. It is a most important part of the plant which is needed for the process of photosynthesis. Now, the other mode of nutrition in plant are not all plants are green in color. Like I'll tell you a plant that is a climber which is yellow in color. I'll show you the picture of the climber. See, this is a plant and a yellow color climber. You can see a yellow color climber. It is a Cuscuta plant, or it is a Cuscuta plant. Now this plant is also known as a parasitic plant as it is yellow color. It is not a green in color plant, and being in yellow color it is not able to make its own food, so it is not an autotroph. So this plant, in order to get its nutrition, it has to grow on a plant. So it is a climber. Cuscuta is a climber, and in order to get its nutrition, it needs to grow on a plant. It climbs on as a climber on a plant and it gets nutrition from that plant, so in the form of, so it is also known as a parasitic plant. Now, how does it get the nutrition? As it climb on the plant, it entangles the whole plants and it sucks the nutrients which it is needed from the host plant on which it is growing. वो जिस plant के ऊपर grow हो रहा है, वो जो plant है, वो जो tree है, वो उसके लिए host है, और ये climber जो है इसके अंदर से nutrient लेता है in order to live, in order to grow. So this is called a parasitic plant. Cuscuta is one of the example of this parasitic plant. Now I'll give you another example that is insectivorous plants. Now you might feel glad that are there plants that eat insects? Yes, there are plants that eat insects, and those plants are called insectivorous plant. So one example is Venus flytrap and another example is pitcher plant. I'll show you the picture of pitcher plant. So this is a picture of pitcher plant. This is a plant, this is a small shrub, and you can see a bag-like structure. You can see here a lead, and inside this bag-like structure there are tiny small hairs and a sticky material. Okay, now what happens that the insect, it gets attracted to this pitcher plant and the insect sits on this margin. So it sit on this margin, and what happens when the insects sit on this margin, the hairs on this margins and hair inside this, they move, and as they move, because of this sensation, the lid upon this pitcher plant, it closes and the insect gets trapped in this jug-like structure. Okay, so insects get trapped, and what happens that this fruit or this flower-like structure, it starts secreting some digestive juices, and the insect inside this entangles and gets trapped due to this hair. There are hair-like structures inside this, and because of secretion of digestive juices, the insects totally gets sucked in that and trapped in that, and in this way it becomes food of this plant. In the same way, there is another plant which is called a Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap is another insectivorous plant and it eats only insects. Beside this plant is green in color. Yes, it has little bit amount of chlorophyll. It makes its food with the help of chlorophyll also, but most probably it eats insects. So it is called insectivorous plants. Now the definition for insectivorous plants is the plant that eats insect in order to get nutrition are called insectivorous plants, and some of the examples of insectivorous plant are Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. Now, The third example I'll tell you about is mushrooms. We all know mushrooms. We go in hotels and we eat mushroom soups, and we eat vegetables, and in that vegetable so there are mushrooms, and a lot of varieties are made by mushrooms. So we think that mushroom is a vegetable, but actually it is not a vegetable. It is a fungus. Now the mode of nutrition of this mushroom is little bit different. It grows whenever you see in these mushrooms are most probably seen in forest region. In forest regions, because of dense forest, sunlight doesn't fall on the ground, and all the dead leaves and twigs and all from the forest falls down on the ground, and there is lots of moisture on the ground, and sunlight is not falling on the ground, because of which the ground part of the forest get decayed and decomposed. वो सड़ जाता है, it get decayed and decomposed, and the mushrooms grows on this part. So mushrooms grows on that part where there are dead and decayed मटेरियल. डिकम्पोज सड़ा हुआ चीज़ जहाँ पे होता है वहाँ पे ये मशरूम्स आपको उगे हुए दिखेंगे, ग्रो हुए दिखेंगे. हमारे विलेज में भी या टाउन्स में भी आप देखेंगे रेनी सीजन में मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हमारे घर के पास भी बहुत सारे जहाँ पे सड़ी हुई चीज़ें होती है, गोबर होता है, उसके ऊपर मशरूम्स उगते हैं. एंड बिकॉज मशरूम्स ऑब्टेन द फूड फ्रॉम दिस डेड मटेरियल्स, उसको न्यूट्रिशन यहाँ से मिलता है. So they are called saphrotrops. Saphrotrops means those which get their nutrition from dead and decayed materials and decayed parts are called saphrotrops, and mushroom is one of the example of saphrotrops. So what have we seen today? We have seen that apart from being autotrophs plants, there are many plants which are parasitic plant that grows on other plant and obtain their food. Then we have seen insectivorous plant. Apart from being green in color, it has a little bit amount of chlorophyll in it to make food, but that doesn't fulfill its necessities, so they eat insects. So those plants are called insectivorous plants. Then we have seen something like saphrotrops like I told you example of mushroom. So mushroom is saphrotrop, and it get its nutrition from dead and decaying material, and it is a fungus. Now another example of fungus is, see, fungus always get its food from dead and decaying material. देखिए अगर आप bread होगा उसको थोड़ा moisten करो, उसको थोड़ा गीला करो, and keep it in a airtight container or in a airtight jar for few days, and observe it every day. You observe that bread every day. What will you see? The first day you'll see nothing. The second day you'll see a little bit grey-like structure is growing on it. After 3 or 4 days you'll see that this greyish structure is forming a web-like जाले जैसा बनाता है, and it is increasing its quantity more and more, and because now this bread after have been kept for 3 to 4 days in this tight jar or tight container, it is getting decayed and वो decomposed हो रहा है, वो सड़ रहा है, और because वो सड़ रहा है, so it is a food for that fungus. It is a food for that fungus, and this fungus obtains food from this decayed bread. So fungus is also a type of saphrotrop. Fungus भी एक type of saphrotrop ही है. In rainy season you'll often see the fungus is seen on different types of different articles, like you can see fungus on leather, you can see fungus on certain types of clothes जहाँ पे हॉट एंड ह्यूमिड क्लाइमेट होता है, हॉट एंड ह्यूमिड क्लाइमेट होता है, फंगस वहाँ पे बहुत आसानी से ग्रो होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि वहाँ पे क्लाइमेट बहुत हॉट है, ह्यूमिड, यानी इस क्लाइमेट के अंदर मॉइस्चर है, प्रेजेंस ऑफ वाटर वेपर है, वाटर है. सो this all conditions are favorable for fungus to grow, and usually we see in rainy season कि अगर हम हमारे लेदर के शूज़ को, या फिर अगर हमने हमारे क्लोथ्स को अच्छी तरह से मेंटेन नहीं किया है, सो विल सी द फंगस ग्रोइंग ऑन दैट लेदर शूज ऑल्सो, लेदर पर्स ऑल्सो। बेल्ट के ऊपर भी आप देखोगे तो आपको फंगस दिखेगा, बिकॉज देर इज नो सनलाइट फॉलिंग ऑन इट, द एटमोस्फियर बिकॉज ऑफ रेनी सीजन इज ह्यूमिड, एंड समटाइम्स बिकॉज there are clouds up, so because of the damp atmosphere, there is a hot atmosphere, humid atmosphere, and all these conditions are very favorable for fungus to grow. So these are the different types of modes of nutrition for a type of plant. So another one is a symbiosis relation. In this symbiosis relation, there are two plants. There are two different types of plant. Like I'll take example of algae and I'll take example of fungus. This both plants, they join together, they symbiosis with each other. Algae provide food for fungus, and fungus provides shelter for algae, and both are interdependent with each other, and so this relation is called symbiosis relationship. So these are the different modes of mode of nutrition for different types of plants. So plants are not only autotrophs. We have seen various examples in which we saw that there are apart from being autotroph, other mode of nutrition are also there on which plants live. Thank you.